Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It's been a little minute, but I am here and I just wanted to share something with you guys today, and it's about God's version of success for us. So, a few days ago, I was watching a show on TV. It was a reality show, and one of the women looked familiar. So, I was like, I think I know her from somewhere. Like, where do I know her from? So, I Googled her name, and lo and behold, she went to college with me. But on the show, she's actually an attorney, and the show was just about a lot of successful women in real estate. It's comprised of realtors, attorneys, things like that. So when I saw that and I saw her, and just remembering that we actually went to the same school at one point, and now she's here, I started to reflect on my own life. Not like in a jealous way or anything like that, but I was thinking, like, I went to college initially to be a lawyer myself. So as life happens, I started out with a major in political science, and then I changed it to criminal justice, and then I ended up getting pregnant my junior year. So when that happened, I was still planning on going to law school. This is what I wanted to do in life, right? So after talking with my child's father, he actually said that he didn't want to be the primary parent while I went off to law school. So, of course, that was not a place that we were in, like where the decision had to be made right then. But I just took what he said as, took it at face value and was like, okay, well, I guess I can't go to law school. So I ended up changing my whole career path. So, you know, watching the young lady on the show, it kind of made me feel away because I was like, like had I continued on with that career path, like would I have been like way more successful than what I am now? And just kind of started beating myself up for, just taking a different path and feeling like I missed out, on true success. And so, after thinking about it for a while and then talking with my husband, and he reminded me, he was like, well, if you had gone that way, then we would have never met. You wouldn't have had your second child. And, it was just a lot of things that would not have played out the way they're playing out in my life now had I gone to law school. And then I thought about that some more, and I'm like, you're right. I love my second child. I love my husband and my marriage that I have now. So, I thought to myself, I'm pretty sure a lot of people go through the same type of feelings where they may feel like they missed out on opportunities, or something or someone prevented them from doing something else that they wanted to do. A lot of times we just beat ourselves up about the choices that we make and where we are in life. But what we forget is the fact that we have God. And even though we make certain decisions, God is always in the midst, and He's in the mix, especially for those that love Him and that live for Him. And He's working things out for our good. And He has a plan for us. And a lot of times, what our plan is nothing like what His plan is for our lives. So, with that being said, I thought about, what plans do we have for our life? Do we even consult God before we decide to spend all of this money, like in certain colleges, to invest in these businesses or whatever it is that we end up doing? Did we even consult God first? Did we do a check to make sure that this is the path that we actually should be on? Because a lot of times we wonder why things fail. Most times it's because this is not the path we're supposed to be on. A lot of other times it is because of our own disobedience. This may be the path that we're supposed to be on, the journey that we should be on, but we blow it by doing whatever we want to do, recklessly, or just, lack of information. It could be a number of reasons. But God always ends up intervening, steering things around, laying certain people in our path, connecting us with certain people, and using our experiences to help us for the next phase that we get into in our life. What do we do when things don't work out? So in my case, I just made a whole different decision. Like, okay, now I don't want to be a lawyer again. I guess I'll just work in the criminal justice system somewhere. But as I continued to grow and live and take jobs, I ended up only working in that field once. And then, just working other jobs that had nothing to do with what I went to school with. And now, where I am now, I'm being led more by God as far as leading people to Christ. I do have a strong passion and a strong, um, I guess, gift of entrepreneurship within me. So God is allowing me to use my gifts and talents um, towards entrepreneurship, and also being able to lead people to Christ with Follow the Calling. There's a few other things that I would like to accomplish as well that have not, gotten off yet. But needless to say, our version of success is not always what we think it should be. God has the real version of success for us. But what it takes is for us to seek Him, to get guidance, to get understanding on, God, what do you actually want me to do? Why am I here? What is my purpose? Because the faster we learn what our purpose is, the faster we seek God sincerely, to try to get just understanding on how He wants our walk to be, the more that we can stop wasting time doing things that He doesn't even want for us to be doing. So Romans chapter 8 verse 28 says, "And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God and to them who are called according to His purpose." That is a verse that really should keep us motivated to know that, hey, if this didn't work out and now I'm doing this, or now I still desire to do this, or I know God really wants me to move forth in something else, we know that whatever stumbling blocks, roadblocks that may come along the way, we know God can use them for His glory because we love Him. And a lot of times what I'm doing here, God is using the things that I have gone through as a testimony to help someone else out with their life. So it's not in vain. Your failures, your mistakes, they're not in vain. They can help you, and they can also help somebody else. Also, Jeremiah verse 29 and 11 says, "For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, said the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end." So that means that we can find joy and reassurance that even though we may strongly desire to do particular things or to work in a certain field, once we realize that this is just not working out, this is just not what God wants me to do, and at the time it may feel like, oh, but this is not going to make a lot of money, or I went to school for this. We may feel like we don't understand, why He's leading us this way, but we can be rest assured that His plans for us are always exceeding anything that we can even imagine for ourselves. So I hope that this encourages someone today. Don't beat yourself up on what you didn't accomplish, on what you didn't finish, on things just taking a different route from what you initially planned. Trust and know that God can lead you and guide you to true success. True success is always in Him. So that's it, guys. Please remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and until next time.